What's up YouTube, it's GhostRider15 here, back at it again with another Edison format video. And today's video is going to be a deck profile of my Diva Cat deck that I've been playing. It's a pretty unique deck. I haven't seen that many play this type of deck. It plays the Diva engine along with a lot of flip monsters with the Cat engine as well. And it has a good Blackwing matchup and a Hero B matchup from what I've seen. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Starting off, we have 3 Hamster. This is a really good card in this deck. It's a +1. It also lets you get your Air Bellum, so it's a really good card. Next up is the three Raikos. So destroys any card, searchable with Hamster, combos really well with Deep Sea Diva, and this is a target for Rescue Cat as well. And then 3 Air Bellum. This guy, he's pretty decent. He lets you rip a card from your opponent's hand and can also be summoned by Rescue Cat. Then the 3 Deep Sea Diva. This card's really good. Like, it's a 1-card synchro summon with Spine Gilman, and also you can synchro to stuff like level 6s or level 7s with cards like Hamster or Spy. And speaking of Spy, 2 Spies. I only like 2, I don't like 3. I hate drawing multiples. I'd rather just draw 1, flip it, special summon the other. That way I don't have to worry about drawing 2. Then the 1 Cat along with the 1 Summoner Monk. This is how you special the Cat, and the Cat lets you bring out double Air Bellum, or you can go Air Bellum and Hamster to make some pretty cool plays. And then Junk Synchron, this is a nice tech of mine. So we play a lot of level 2s like 3 Raikos and 3 Deep Sea Divas. You can special that from the graveyard, and it's an easy way to make some synchros. And then of course you have to play the 1 brick, unfortunately, with Deep Sea Diva. And that's it for the monsters, for the spells, 3 upstarts for consistency. And also, if you don't need to use this, you can use it for Summoner Monk's effect, special summon Cat. And next up, 3 Avarice. This card's busted in this deck. Like, you can keep recycling Rescue Cat and Summoner Monk, and also recycle back your Deep Sea Divas to keep special summoning synchros. Then we have 1 Book of Moon. Usually I don't like this card too much, but this deck's playing a lot of flip monsters, so you can just use this on one of your flips and use their effect again. Then Brain Control, Mind Control. They both serve a similar purpose. Brain Control is slightly better at times because it can attack. Mind Control is good against face downs, like especially if you're playing against something that's also playing Hamster or Raiko. You can use Mind Control on that and then just gain so much advantage from that. Then of course the 1 Heavy is a staple, you have to play this. Onto the traps. 3 traps done. This deck tries to go off at times where you have cards like Hamster or Summoner Monk, and you need to stop cards like Royal Oppression or Mirror Force or Torrential Tribute. This is the best way to do it. Then 3 Deprison. This is the easiest way to get rid of Stardust Dragon, which can sometimes give this deck some problems, so I max out on this. Next up, 2 Bottomless. A staple, you have to play this. Then some more board wipes. Mirror Force and Sorrento, they're both really good. The only bad thing is Starlight Road, but besides that, if they don't have Starlight Road, these two cards are amazing. Then the one-ofs, Trap Dust Shoot, Solemn, and Call the Haunted. They're all really good in this deck. Trap Dust Shoot obviously is a staple, same with Solemn. And Call the Haunted is really good in this deck because you can reuse the effect of Rescue Cat. So that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, I have one Armory Arm, because you can make it sometimes with like Diva and Raikou, and it's really good to dodge cards like Kalut. I played 2 Catastor. Level 5s are the easiest to make in this deck, so I decided to play 2 Catastors to get rid of pesky cards like Machina Fortress. Then 1 Android, because there's times where you don't want to make Catastor. You'd rather just make Android because it has more attack and you sometimes need that life point gain. And for the level 6s, Yugioh Guardian, obviously a staple. Sealed monsters, you just have to play this. Same thing with Brionic, also a staple. You bounce back cards and sometimes you steal games like that. Then for the level 7s, I have 2 Arcanine Magician, because you can make this with Gravekeeper Spy, and this card's really good. It's really underrated. Not many decks can make it because it specifically needs a spellcaster for its requirements, but what it does is when it's summoned, it gains 2 counters and it gains 1,000 attack for each counter, and then you can pop 1 card on the field by removing a counter, and it's not once per turn, so it's really good. 1 Airbellum. This card can be really good against decks like Frogs or Dragon Turbo when they brick. It slows them down. It's also good against other decks in general if they also brick. If they have more than 4 cards, you just put one of their cards back on top. Then Black Rose, obviously a staple. Then Zaman, the Ape King. So not many decks know or play this. So this guy, he's hard to make because it requires a Dark Tuner and a non-beast type monster. But in this deck, you can do that. You can make it with Junk Synchron and Hamster. His effect is pretty decent. He's like an Ancient Gear monster where you can't use spells and traps when it attacks. And he has a secondary effect where you can send 1 card from your hand or field to the graveyard to negate an opponent's attack. Then for the level 8s, Colossal Fighter, staple. Pretty good against a lot of decks that have trouble getting over it. And then Stardust, probably the best level 8. Just protect you from Heavy Storm, Mirror Force, Sorrento. Great card. Then for the level 9s, the only level 9 in the format, well, actually only level 9 that I know that's relevant, Mistworm. It's pretty easy to make in this deck. You can just use it with, you can summon it with Deep Sea Diva, Spine Gilman, and a level 4, and that lets you bounce back 3 cards. And then the last one is Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, because Cyber Dragon is in the side deck and you just use it to contact your opponent's machines. So yeah, that's it. Side deck, I'm still messing around with the side. I'm not ready to reveal it just yet because I might play this deck in a tournament. I'm not sure yet. So the side really also just depends on your meta, your locals, and whatever you see. So just prepare for that. But yeah, anyways, that's all for today. If you like this type of content, if you like deck profiles, Please like and subscribe. This is Ghost Rider 15 signing out.